Hey guys, Brandon here, coming at you with another MLB the Show video. Today I wanted to take a moment and show everybody how to set up the All-Star event squad, the split squad, and like how to best set that up. So first we just gotta go into it. Rules: AL pitchers, NL hitters. Max player can be 85 overall, min player of 60, max team of 80. We have 3 inning games and free entries. So some key things to take out, obviously. It'll automatically sort pitchers and hitters, and like overall wise. So you want to have as many 85s as possible, and got to stay within the max team of an 80 and 3 inning games. So based off how we're going to set this up for me is for starting pitchers, go all the way to the bottom, play this like a battle royale, and pick the worst starting pitchers possible. We can always go back and fix anybody else. This is going to be a better team than your battle royale, obviously. So once you have the worst pitchers in, you want to go to your bullpen. Since your events restart after 2 losses, I'd pick the people with the highest inside edge. So you want to pick just 2 bad people for your bullpen to start off. Doesn't matter righty or lefty, you're going to try not to use these guys. They're just here to drop the overall of your team. And then you want to pick some players at the top, relief pitchers or closing pitchers. The highest overall with their boosts, or just pitchers that you prefer to pitch with. I might put Dellin Betances in over Presley. He's just not that accurate. But once you have a nice group of pitchers, you want to make sure you balance it out with righties and lefties. At least 3 good righties, 2 good lefties, or vice versa. So I have Brad Hand. I love Osuna. And plus he's playing up to like an 87. Triton, Presley, they're all going to be playing up to like 85, 86, 87, and that won't affect your overall, so it's best to have those guys in. Even though Yasmani's playing down, I feel like he's one of the best power hitting National League catchers, plus he switch hits. I could always put JT Realmuto or something there, but I do enjoy Grindal even more, even though he's down for a little. He's still one of the best hitters in my opinion, catcher-wise. So there's him. You can always just go with obviously not center. Kyle Schwarber should be in here somewhere. There he is. If you don't want to play Schwarber at catcher, I might switch him to catcher just because he's got that +8 hitting today. I think I will do that. And it'll give me a little bit of a boost to use better pitchers in my bullpen or whatever I want to actually use it for. So if I start him at catcher, I need to put Yasmani in JT Realmuto's spot on my bench, so I have 1 catcher on the bench. So that's where I'm playing for my catcher. I'm going to play Rizzo because he's hitting up, good against right-handed hitters, and he's playing up against right-handeds. Should be a good first baseman to have. If you enjoy Votto more, they're pretty equal, but I feel like Rizzo playing up to an 88's big for me. You can always play Bell. His helps lefties, though. And I feel like I'll see a little bit more righties. I have Hoskins on my bench. It's a power bat. He's playing up. We got Muncy. He's always a good hitter. Now he's got 100 power versus right, so he's also on my bench, I do believe. No, I think he's starting at first base right now. Just because he's better than Rizzo power-wise, so you can always interchange these, but they both play first base. It shouldn't really matter all that much. So that's where we're at with first baseman. Have a lot of them on your bench, power hitting. If you do want to bat against the lefty, Pete Alonso is one to use. And I will probably put him in instead of Marcel. Love Marcel, but we're here to win some games. I think this Ben Zobrist is one of the better second basemen for this. You obviously have some gold options, but if you don't need to waste the gold options, I don't really necessarily think you should. So I'd go with Ben Zobrist, switch hitting, plays a lot of positions. Good player, so he should be starting at my second base. We got third base. You can have Donaldson as a power hitter. Eugenio Suarez. He's really good against lefties, so I'm going to use either him or Donaldson. I haven't quite decided yet. There's Moustakas. Really, these third basemen are all pretty good in this area, so it doesn't really matter which one you go with. Whatever you're more comfortable with or whatever balances out your team. I'll probably go to that one last. Starting, I could play Trey Turner at second, but I'm going to use him as a pinch runner just because he's super fast. I'm going to start Story, obviously, at shortstop. Such a great hitter. We got Paul DeYoung's a balanced shortstop if you wanted to go for him. I would use Ronald Acuna. He's up with his righties, so he's hitting just as well against righties as lefties. So he'll mash anybody you come up against. If you do have this throwback Willie Stargell, he's going to hit good against righties. If you don't, obviously you can go for one of those third basemen that hit good against righties. They're pretty interchangeable. If you do want to go for another speed guy, not necessarily sure. Reimel's just not good at stealing. I don't necessarily know any other National League speedsters. He's fast, but just not a good stealer. If only Kansas City were NL. Well, we'll come around and try to find another speed guy anyway, but ended off in left field. Got Acuna out there. He's bad at defense for the most part, so I'd leave him in left field. Stargell, pretty bad as well. He can play right field. If you move Acuna down, he will drop to a common defense, I think. And since Stargell's already common defense, you might as well already keep him, put him in whatever position you need. We've got Charlie Blackmon in center, but he's right field. Starling Marte's pretty good base runner if you want to use him. There'll be a gold pinch runner, but might be worth it. Gerard Dyson probably gets better jumps anyways, and he's a good defensive replacement. Obviously, there's a lot of different ways you can go about this. Just here to share the strategies of trying to put commons in where commons go the best. And then at this point, I just have a couple more moves to make. I gotta figure out my bench. I like Yasmani there as a defensive catcher in case Schwarber's doing bad. Don't know why it's taking so long to load Rizzo, but probably shouldn't have clicked on him then. But yeah, I'm in a little bit of a bind with 3 first basemen, but using them all as pinch hitters should be fine. Trey Turner plays a lot of positions. Hope that didn't affect my recording. I guess we'll see later. Yeah, a lot of first basemen. A couple of them play other positions, so Rizzo shouldn't. So if you do want to add a little bit more diversity to your bench, I don't necessarily think I need to. I'm going to focus on my hitting for this one. And then this is where you fill in your gaps to make your team hit the 80 overall mark. You can, I don't necessarily think that I'll switch those positions for bullpen, because I don't think I need that many bullpen arms. So we're going to start off with some better pitchers. Let's see if we can use him. Anybody else playing up to a decent gold or something? Put you in. Gotta make sure to not go over 80, but to keep our starting pitchers decent so that we're not getting hit around the yard. And then we'll talk about why this is even important in a little bit. So we got one more to squeeze in. That's looks like we're not going to get anything over 74, so we might as well pick one that's already 74. So just a bunch of righties, just in case they got a lefty at the beginning. So this will be our starting rotation. We can switch out one of the bullpen guys if we want to. I might add another lefty. Could help me out. Potentially Chris Sale. Chris Sale does make it 80. And then can I sneak Adam in there? I can. So having my bullpen like that didn't really help because I didn't have enough diamond hitters anyways. So this will probably be the best that you can get, my team at least. Might look for another outfielder instead of Blackman, but Rhys Hoskins plays left. He doesn't play center, does he? Nope. I do think Acuna plays center, though. Let's go high risk, high reward. Acuna in center. Blackman switch for Rhys. Then Rhys with the third baseman. Let's just do Donaldson, because Donaldson's good with both sides anyways. And then that'll be my team. Why this is important. When you get your 15 wins, you get 4 red vouchers, which is pretty important. Otherwise, you have to actually get a streak going, which I'm not going to talk about that, just because if you're that good to get a streak, you probably already know what you're doing. Featured programs. It's not the right one, is it? I don't think it's a program. Maybe it's a collection. The event collection. So this ends decently soon. So to get all 4 of these top ones, you have to get those 15 wins, I believe. 15 wins should be right here too. And the last set should have 15 wins as well. And to get those, you get 20 show packs. If you get the 9 of them, you get Omar Vizquel. And Omar Vizquel has $5 million sales on it. So if you can get those, you don't even have to be the first to do the first 2 lines, because that's only 8. But if you get the 9th one, which is in the next one, as soon as that releases, you're going to be one of the first to get Omar Vizquel. And I'm pretty sure that's only 3 wins or something in events. Just check. The first one unlocked at 3 wins, cumulative. So once you do that, you might be one of the first to sell this Omar Vizquel, or just keep it if you really want it, but I would sell it. Yeah, we're up to $5 million on those. Travis Hefner, I don't really know why nobody wants him, but they want 5 for $1 million on Omar. It's whatever. He's a great hitter, just bad fielder. So it's important to get those 20 show packs if you really want. Otherwise, you don't even have to play the event unless you just want to get halfway through it or whatever. So if you guys did enjoy this video, consider subscribing. I post daily if you guys want to look at any of my other stub making methods. I have a pretty good XP, glitch, exploit, whatever you want to call it, that I did post yesterday. It's pretty well received. And some people tried it out and found the same success that I did, which is always good to hear. So if you guys did enjoy, consider subscribing. And if not, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching.